Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for staying in and joining us for WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand. During this COVID-19 pandemic, the Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce took new steps to help local businesses. WYLN's Phil Kaufman has more.
The Greater Hazleton Chamber of Commerce mission is to contribute to its members' business success by providing information, services, and networking, as well as taking active measures to help improve the business climate and quality of life in Greater Hazleton. We spoke with Mary Malone to discuss the Chamber's actions during the coronavirus pandemic.
We, the Chamber, had been working with our other business partners in the Greater Hazleton community, which is Can Do, the Downtown Hazleton Alliance for Progress, and our Career Link Center here in Hazleton, obviously for the impact of the virus, shutting down businesses, what was a life-sustaining business. So that turned into then we need to put together on a community-based task force that would include education, obviously the hospital, and then because the Greater Hazleton area has many municipalities, to find out not only the city of Hazleton, but what our other municipalities were involved in.
Mary discussed two significant small businesses heavily affected by the shutdowns, including restaurants who struggle in keeping with the drop in hours they can operate, and florist shops who have to completely shut down. Mary also suggested 3 resources to view schedules and the changes in events locally.
We kind of rearranged our web page to be strictly for the virus, both the Pennsylvania Department of Health web page, which is another important one, and then discovernepa.org is a regional collaborative that has now changed their page that will tell you who's postponed, who's changed the date. A lot of folks have canceled events. Even here at the Chamber, we've canceled most of all of our events through the end of April and switched dates around and things like that.
If you're in need to contact the Chamber of Commerce, you can call in at 570-455-1509 or visit the website at hazletonchamber.org to keep up to date with news and events.
As is our function, is focused on the business side of it. So if you go to the Chamber website for businesses and you think that you need some assistance or help, there's just a small profile relief form in essence. And then we will get that to our local to Can Do, which is our financial agent. They're the economic financial partner, and you'll be reached out to personally by one of their team that has expertise in those areas to assist you.
Reporting from WYLN News, I'm Phil Kaufman.
Thanks, Phil. A woman faces charges after entering a Hanover Township grocery store, intentionally coughing all over products, and costing the store thousands of dollars. Owners of Jeride's supermarket say that 35-year-old Margaret Serco came in the store Wednesday night, deliberately coughed and spit on their produce, meat, and bakery sections, all before attempting to steal a case of beer, and saying, "I have the virus." Approximately $35,000 worth of grocery items were lost in light of the not-so-funny prank. Serco was taken to an area hospital for a mental evaluation and charged with criminal mischief, disorderly conduct, retail theft, and making terroristic threats. She was arraigned and taken to Luzerne County Prison for lack of $50,000 bail. One local business will be opening its doors again to keep up with the spike in supply and demand during this coronavirus crisis. Bimbo Bakeries in the Valmont Industrial Park is reopening for at least 5 months. The plant will make bread and buns to meet increased demands. It shut down and furloughed employees last September, but is now looking to hire back former Bimbo associates. Employees looking to reclaim their former plant positions can call 570-455-2066, extension 126. you can still get local fresh fruits and veggies in the midst of all the coronavirus chaos. The Hometown Farmers Market has vendors set up outside for shopping convenience. The market's on the governor's list of essential businesses because they offer necessities to its customers. People heading out to the market on Wednesdays can shop for fruits, vegetables, flowers, and smoked meats just as they did before. Hometown Farmers Market's located at 125 Mahanoy Avenue, Route 54 in Tamaqua. You can visit hometownfarmmkt.com. DCNR announced that all facilities at Pennsylvania State Parks will be closed. Facilities will be shut down until April 30th to slow down the spread of COVID-19. However, access to trails, lakes, and parking areas is still allowed. The DCNR secretary wants to remind everyone that it's still okay to go outside while continuing to practice social distancing. Closed facilities include visitor centers, offices, restrooms, and campgrounds, as well as public programs and events. The Luzerne County Transportation Authority announced a free fare policy that's set to take effect next week. The new policy was enacted to limit the contact drivers share with the public. The policy takes effect Monday, March 30th, where passengers will board and exit buses from rear doors. If necessary, those with special needs can enter and exit via front doors. The LCTA urges the public to strongly consider limiting non-essential trips to help minimize contact with others. We here at the station got to enjoy a generous donation straight from the Texas Roadhouse kitchen yesterday afternoon. Our Ryan Osachi has the story.
Businesses nationwide are putting their best foot forward during these trying times by giving back to the community. That includes Texas Roadhouse in Wilkes-Barre, which meant providing food to fire, police, healthcare professionals, and even local news stations like Wyln during this COVID-19 pandemic. To gear up for their donations, Service Manager Christina Fosgini got in touch with SAFE, or Supporting Autism and Families Everywhere, to find out where they should start, since they've already done several fundraisers for the organization in the past. Fosgini and her crew generously stopped by Wyln Studios yesterday afternoon with trays of good eats for everyone here at the station.
And we're just here to make sure everyone's taken care of. We're in this as a team. I know it's hard to hear it sometimes from a big company, but we're a people's company. We're not just about where that dollar is going. We're going to make sure we're in it together and not just by ourselves. And I love my job and they love their job, and we're here to give a hand and help out anywhere that we possibly can.
Texas Roadhouse owner Rob Bradshaw and his staff realize so many people throughout the community are putting themselves at risk out there, working hard during this global crisis.
We really appreciate our community and what they're doing. Our fire, police, EMT, our news stations. I don't think anybody realizes how hard they're working out too to get the information out. Our local press and things like that too, just to make sure that we're getting the facts that are out there. And, like I said, we love our community. We want to do anything that we can to provide and assist in any way that we can, because we're all in this together. And when we come out of this, we'll all be closer as a family and stuff too. And there's so many behind the scenes things going on. We're very grateful for that too as well.
Texas Roadhouse is offering curbside pickup in Wilkes-Barre from noon to 8 daily. You can also order online at texasroadhouse.com. Texas Roadhouse is a people's company and continues to remind us that we're all in this together. Reporting for Wyln News, I'm Ryan Osachi.
Thanks, Ryan. And the food was delicious. And Wyln's broadcasting a coronavirus informational program in cooperation with PBS and Lehigh Valley Health Network. Be sure to watch Community Update on Coronavirus, Mondays through Fridays, live at 3 p.m., followed by a rebroadcast at 7 p.m., right here on Wyln. If you can't catch it then, we're also rebroadcasting the show at 10 a.m. the following morning. We're committed to bringing all the critical information to keep our viewers and community both safe and well-informed during these trying times. Coming up on Wyln News, we hear more from Representative Tara Toohill on coronavirus resources, plus Chewy's hiring. But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Partly cloudy tomorrow with a high of 57 and a low of 38. That's one rainy weekend coming up and dreary week lying ahead. At least temperatures maintain that springtime feel. We'll be right back.
coming out.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.
At Grand Central, our family has been supplying your family with quality brand name furniture, mattresses, and appliances for over 3 generations. Whether you choose from our excellent selection of Lazy Boy, Catnapper, or England furniture, or from our fantastic selection of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we guarantee total comfort in every room of your home.
With expert advice, everyday low prices, plus interest-free financing for up to 60 months.
From our family to your family.
Grand Central in Hazleton. Everything to make your house a home.
Looking for information on the coronavirus pandemic? Make sure it's from a reliable source. Go to WYLNTV.com and click on the Lehigh Valley Health Network banner for the real facts about the coronavirus pandemic. And watch WYLN News live at 5:30 for updates on this ongoing crisis. The source matters now more than ever. WYLN, we're your local network.
State Representative Tara Toohill wanted to address senior citizens in the area by providing assistance resources during this coronavirus pandemic.
If you're a senior citizen and you're concerned about food sources, you can call the Area Agency on Aging here in Luzerne County. They are very capable and very excited to help you. So don't be afraid to reach out to the Luzerne County Area Agency on Aging.
Dial 570-822-1158. Representative Toohill is also asking those that are healthy and able to help feed their local communities.
We're also working on food banks. We do currently have a lot of area food banks. We need volunteers for those food banks. The food banks had a lot of seniors that were working there, and since the seniors have been defined as one of the more vulnerable populations, they're being asked to not work at the food banks. And at this time, we do need volunteers for those positions.
The Wolf administration is responding to both the COVID-19 pandemic and its negative effects on the economy by making funding available to small businesses throughout Pennsylvania. WYLN's Julie Stefanovich has the details.
Governor Tom Wolf announced that financial assistance is available to aid small businesses impacted by COVID-19.
The COVID-19 Working Capital Access Program, or the CWCA, will provide loans of up to $100,000 to for-profit businesses with 100 or fewer full-time employees. A total of $60 million has been set aside by the Pennsylvania Industrial Development Authority for these loans.
Wolf encourages businesses who have been affected by the crisis to reach out to their local certified economic development organization by phone or email. More information on the Working Capital Access Program is available on the Department of Community and Economic Development's website.
CWCA is a step in the right direction, and it's going to help provide a little peace of mind to hundreds of small business owners and their employees. But I'm not going to pretend that it's enough to cover the devastation that COVID-19 is bringing to our Commonwealth. So I will continue to develop ways to assist Pennsylvania's business community as well as our workforce.
The governor went on to say that the best way to preserve our economic future is by minimizing the spread of COVID-19 by following safety guidelines issued by the Department of Health and the CDC. Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
Thanks, Julie. Bishop Joseph Bambera announced yesterday that Holy Week services will not be open to the public this year in the Diocese of Scranton. The liturgies of Holy Week and Easter, meaning Palm Sunday, the Mass of the Lord's Supper followed by adoration of the Blessed Sacrament, the celebration of the Lord's Passion, the Great Vigil of Easter and Easter Sunday Masses will all be celebrated privately. The bishop also announced that the Chrism Mass will be moved to a later date once the crisis has passed. Increased demand calls for new hires. As some businesses were forced to shut down and lay off employees during this pandemic, Chewy's actually hiring. Chewy's opening up 400 full-time day and night shift positions that offer wages up to $15.75 an hour, plus new health benefits and overtime incentive bonuses up to $150 per week. With more people staying at or working from home during the pandemic, it's created a surge in demand from e-commerce shoppers. Distribution centers and pet food stores were on the list of essential businesses that could keep their doors open. Those who don't want to go to a hiring event in person can opt for a virtual interview and begin the application process at chewy.com/jobs. Chewy's also working with greatergood.org and other nonprofits to donate more than $1.7 million in pet food and supplies to animal welfare organizations. Coming up on Wilkes-Barre Township's News Choice, why it's important to spay and neuter your pets in Community and You. Plus, more news on LVHN and giant food stores. Stay with us.
CARES is a local and family-owned agency dedicated to providing exceptional services for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities throughout Pennsylvania. CARES specializes in day and residential services, respite, home and community, behavior supports, and chaperone vacations. At CARES, the participants are the VIPs. Now contracting life-sharing and respite providers, CARES, empowering individuals to maximize their opportunities and potential in their community.
S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600. Have your event with Whitetail, graduation, birthday, bachelor, reunion parties? They have the most tranquil backyard experience with beautiful mountains in the background. If your company or business wants a different alternative to a golf outing, they have outings that can accommodate you. You can have the entire facility to yourself. They will work with you to set up your day of events. Sporting clay competitions, trap and wobble trap games, skeet. After a day of shooting, you'll return to a meal designed for you. Call Mike at 570-535-6123 for available group options. Attention, WYLN viewers! WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazleton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN, we're your local network.
Spring has sprung and the cat population will be on the rise. It's that time of year when cats, especially strays, breed and cause an overabundance of offspring. Just one unspayed female cat can give birth to nearly 180 kittens over the course of her lifetime. It's very important to control the cat population by having animals spayed or neutered. It can also have other benefits to a pet's health. The Luzerne County SPCA offers eligible residents a low-cost program.
The cat spay and neuter program that the SPCA offers is available to moderate income individuals that the sterilization surgery for their indoor cat is either too expensive or out of reach for some other reason. And we try to make that surgery far more accessible to our community so that we can reduce the overpopulation of domestic companion animals that reside in our community. Ultimately, that's why an organization like this exists, is because of the overpopulation of domestic companion animals.
The funding for the program comes from donations through the Luzerne County SPCA.
Through the generosity of our community, we also have individuals in our community that will provide contributions to that particular program because of their passion and their belief behind the sterilization of domestic companion animals ultimately creates an environment where shelters begin to be less depended upon in order to provide that respite care.
You can download a spay and neuter assistance program fact sheet at the Luzerne County SPCA's website. To learn about eligibility requirements, call the SNAP program at 570-824-4172 between the hours of 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. To help fund the program, you can make a check out to the Spay and Neuter Assistance Program and mail it to the shelter at 524 East Main Street in Wilkes-Barre. Stay tuned next week when we discuss reporting animal cruelty.
Express Care. Walk in and you walk into the region's most trusted health network.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Tune in every Sunday night on WYLN from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. for hard-hitting, high-flying, non-stop action as only Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling High Voltage can bring you. That's Pennsylvania Premier Wrestling every Sunday night on WYLN. I'll see you in the ring.
Hello. I invite you to tune in for the next month. We're going to have one show about chiropractic care and COVID-19, how to physically, emotionally, and spiritually keep your mind and spirit strong, help you to fight this off and to beat it.
Whether you can sew or donate supplies, Lehigh Valley Health Network's calling on volunteers and donations to make face masks for its healthcare workers. Protective face masks are in short supply, and volunteers have been busy creating masks. Materials are also needed for the masks, including fabric bolts, cut pieces and swatches of fabric, elastic bands, and sewing machines. Personal protective equipment, or PPEs, are being accepted as well, including N95 respirators and dust masks. Drop-off locations for donations are listed up on your screen now. If your restaurant business would like to supply meals to LVHN employees in Hazleton, contact Lisa Marie Halecki at 570-501-4249. Staying with LVHN, weekend outpatient lab services were suspended at the hospital in light of COVID-19. Outpatient lab services on Saturdays and Sundays at Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton's main campus are temporarily suspended effective Saturday, March 28th. The Health and Wellness Center along the Airport Beltway will handle Saturdays from 7 to 11 a.m., as well as Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Outpatient lab services will continue at the hospital Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. One thing is certain: getting nutritious, great-tasting food on every U.S. table is priority number one for the nation's food supply chain. That includes the Giant Company. In the spirit of making sure everyone has a full plate tomorrow and beyond, Giant Company launched a social media campaign on its Facebook page called #MoreForAll. As key products return to store shelves, Giant's asking its customers to do their part and shop like they used to by only buying what they need for the short term. By giving everyone access to essential items, everyone can care for themselves and their families, while ensuring local food banks can march on serving communities throughout these tough times. Giant's also making a $250,000 donation to support children's hospitals mitigating COVID-19 efforts. Now, listen up, kiddos. Here's your chance to be a Wyln weather kid. Parents, your child can be our featured weather reporter of the day for both Wyln News and our Facebook page by using any video recording device like your smartphone. Send us a few 15-second or less clips of your child and social media pages. That's the news. Remember, you can get news updates on our Wyln News Facebook page. If you'd like to see an event promoted on our newscast, visit WYLNTV.com to submit a request form. Wash your hands and stay tuned. A look at today's weather is next here on Wyln TV.
Hi, I had a very minor fender bender